What up, everyone? We've got the comic block here. So, I must say, normally I'm very happy with the Nerd Block Company, but today I'm very unhappy with the Nerd Block Company, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it. On my last Nerd Block video, Classic, I believe it was, I talked about some of the discounts they supposedly offered. Specifically the Cyber Monday one, where they offered 50% off their subscriptions, and I kind of assumed that wasn't it, and basically that wasn't it. So they were not offering 50% off their subscriptions, so not much different than I assumed, but then I went back and read it and really got into it, and you know, their email was very deceptive, I must say. And I've actually sent an email to them about this, and have not heard back, and I don't know if I ever will, and when I do eventually hear back, I have a feeling that I'm probably not going to like the answer. But basically, I compared it with some of their current emails that said that they offer 50% off certain blocks, but there was a clear disclaimer that said off 1 month and not off subscriptions. The Cyber Monday one said subscriptions, and they even put the word subscriptions in bold. And I can't think anything else, but they almost tried to make it seem that way to gain customers and then kind of pull the rug out from under them, which I'm really not a fan of. And on top of that, their whole referral program that I thought they started, which they should have been doing all along, is actually not a referral program at all. They sent out a separate email, again, very deceptive. Much like Hero Crate or 1UP Box or Super Geek Box, they had the same message. They said, hey, refer a friend and get $5 off a box. That leading you to think the same thing that all the other box companies said. Every person you refer, you get $5 off your next box, and then it adds up, so on and so forth. That's not true. They were not clear on this, again, with this whole deception thing. Basically, when you refer someone, you get a $5 coupon code, which you can use one time and one at a time. But it's only good off new subscriptions. So it's only good if you purchase something from the company, which is essentially the only thing you can purchase is a new subscription. It doesn't apply to your current subscriptions. It doesn't give you a discount off the next month. It's only a coupon code, so if you go on the website and purchase something, aka a new subscription, you get $5 off that. And it doesn't matter how many people you refer, because you can only use it once and you can only use one at a time. So you can't refer 50 people and get a free box or anything like that. So it just doesn't work like that, which is really crappy because that's not what it sounded like at all. And again, they're back to zero referral program. There's no customer loyalty here. They don't really care about their loyal customers that have been there since the beginning, which I'm kind of seeing is a little bit shitty. And I just recently met the CEO. Seems like a genuine guy, but this company, I feel like they're just getting a little greedy in that sense. If all these other box companies can do a referral program, so should they. For the people that have been with this company for so long, you know, they deserve something. They constantly give discounts to new subscribers, but don't care about the ones that have been there all along, which I gotta say is kind of a bummer. So I sent a long email to them about this, saying that their message was very unclear. They very clearly painted a picture of how the discount should be, and then kind of went back on it, which I'm not a fan of. And it just seems like we're never gonna see any sort of referral program. But, you know, it sucks for them in the end because they're going to lose a lot of business, specifically from me. I'm going to be canceling a good half of the blocks because it's just not worth it anymore. It's too expensive to do all of those. I assumed I wouldn't be getting 50% off permanently, but it didn't really matter because I thought with the referral program, I should at least get some of a discount. But again, nothing. For all the things I've done for them, it is still nothing. But I'm not trying to complain or anything. I'm just letting you know, don't get too excited about a referral program or anything because it's not what it seems like, and they really do need to do that. But you know, in the meantime, we've got Comic Block. And the reason I talk about all this is because I'm basically saying this block's probably not going to stay around. Same with Horror Block, same with Sci-Fi Block. I have to pick and choose, and those ones just aren't cutting it. I would have loved to have kept all of them for the month if there was a referral program, if they were honest about Cyber Monday, then I totally would have because I like having all of them and I like being able to help you guys pick which Nerd Block Company box to get. But it seems like that's not going to be the case. So I really hope they do a referral program. But in the meantime, let's see what we got for this comic block, which may be one of the last ones we ever see. But we'll find out. So, obviously we got a shirt here. Let's take a look at this shirt. Come on. So we got a Judge Dredd shirt. So it doesn't look like this is a crossover. It says, I am the law, unless there's something I'm just not seeing. Maybe that's a joke there, a play on words. I'm not too familiar with Judge Dredd. I'm definitely familiar with the character, but from what I can tell, it doesn't look like a crossover. So that looks like a pretty cool shirt. I like the style of it, and that looks very nice. So, yeah, not bad at all. It's always going to be the Gildan ones, because that's what they use at Shirt Punch. It's the soft style, so it's actually a little bit fitted, but nice quality, good shirt. I'll give that like a 7.5 out of 10. Pretty good. I like the shirt. That works. Alrighty. Then, we got our one item in the box. And these look like these magnets? Yeah, magnet set. So this is from Comic Block, so it's ones that they had made themselves through a third-party company. And it looks like we got Superman and Lex Luthor. So I definitely don't ever mind magnets. Oh wait, sorry, no. Yeah, that is Superman. It just looks kind of weird. The little character design on him is a little odd. And it's kind of dark and it's a little hard to see him. So I never mind magnets. Magnets are always pretty useful. And I'll pop those on my fridge. Why not? Alrighty. And the rest we can all assume is comics from here on out. But let's see which comics. So very fitting, Judge Dredd. And this is actually a sealed comic, so it's actually sealed in plastic wrap. So you have to actually open it up or sell it as is. And it's actually boarded on there, so it's good quality. And this is number 1. Just looks like a Judge Dredd series. And this is a Comic Block exclusive. So that's the good thing about it. Even if you don't like some of the comics, they're always exclusive, which actually adds to their rarity and adds to their value. So if you end up not liking something, it's actually pretty easy to just sell them online. Next, we got a crossover. Dang, this looks like a cool one. So this is from a IDW and DC crossover, and this is Batman and Ninja Turtles. That's really badass. From my knowledge, I don't think they ever have done a crossover from those two. Not just Batman and Turtles, but I'm not sure if IDW and DC's ever done a crossover, if I think about it. I could be totally wrong. I'm sure there's something I'm missing. They have a lot of franchises in both of them. But that's really cool. I really like that. This doesn't look like an exclusive. Doesn't say it on there. But that's still a really cool crossover. And this one's sealed too, so I'm going to have to open it up to take a look at it. But that's really cool. I like the cover too. Oh, that's a really cool comic. Personally, I think that's the best comic we've gotten from this box. That's really badass. Nice. I like that a lot. Alright. Next. And our last comic, Scarlet Witch #1. So I like the design on this one. It's got a cool front cover. I really like that. Scarlet Witch, she's okay. She's in the new Avengers movie. She seems like a decent character. I'm not a huge fan of her, but she's not bad or anything like that. And it doesn't look like this is exclusive either. Don't see anything on there. Yeah, so this looks like just a common one, which is fine. They don't all have to be exclusive. But yeah, this one's just got the standard bag, so you can actually take it out and take a look at it if you like. And there that is. And I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything in the box. So, nice and easy. We'll take a little break and then move on to part 2 of the video, which is our review. We'll give this some value and give it a rating. See you soon. Alright, we are back. Let's talk about some value. First, the t-shirt. Like I said, very nice design, 7.5 out of 10. We'll get the standard $12 to $15 value. The magnets. Pretty nice in quality. They got a little acrylic top to them, but the design's not super great, and it is something they made through a third-party company, so not a ton of value, probably like $4 to $6 on those, if even that. Then, into the comics. So, the only really valuable one is going to be the Judge Dredd, because that's the only one that's exclusive, and this is, online, is listing for about $20. I'm not sure if you'd be able to really get that if you sold it, to be quite honest, but that's what you'd have to pay if you wanted to buy it, because all the listings I saw were for right around $20. If you were going to sell it, it might not sell for that much, only because I don't think this is a crazy popular series, so I don't think a ton of people are seeking it out. So I don't know if it's really selling for $20, but that's what it's listing at. So I'll give this around a $20 value, but that's probably not the resale market, because like I said, probably not enough people are trying to get that. Then, the crossover. So I found out this is actually part of a short mini-series, which I didn't know existed, but it looks really cool. I think I might actually go get those issues because I love Turtles and Batman's badass. I think that could be a really cool crossover. So I'm actually pretty excited to read that, which is the first time I really said that with this box. Usually they have somewhat rare comics, usually exclusive, but the series just usually aren't that great. They're okay, like Judge Dredd, he's cool. It's a cool series, nothing wrong with them, but not crazy popular. Turtle Batman crossover, however, that's really cool. I'm actually interested to read that. But unfortunately, it's not at all rare, so the value's practically nothing. It's the price on a usual comic is $4, which I'm sure, yeah, $3.99, and this is selling for like $5 or $6 online, so a pretty common issue, but still really cool. So one I'll actually take a look and read, so that's really cool. Then our Scarlet Witch #1, same thing. I'm glad they're doing #1s. It's always good to start at the beginning of the series, but nothing exclusive or rare about this. This is actually only like $4 or $5 online, but it's still a cool comic, and I think it'll be worth a read. So that was all the items in the box. So with that being said, on the low end, our value is at 45, and on the high end, it's at 52. So you did get double your value here, but that's on the resale market. Yeah, I thought this was a decent box. You know, you know what to expect with this box. You get a t-shirt, you usually get 3 comics, maybe 4, and then 1 item, which is usually a keychain, magnet, something like that. So it just kind of depends on your personal taste. And, you know, it's kind of hard to get a judgment on this box because it's kind of for collectors, but kind of for not collectors. So they kind of go back and forth with it. So it's kind of hard for them. I see them having trouble trying to find like the right market here. Because a lot of times they'll give exclusive comics, which is for collectors. Because they don't always do the best series and franchises. They do good ones, but not the most popular. So it's more for the resale or the collectors because they're somewhat rare. And then occasionally they'll do a cool series like the Turtles where it's more for the readers. So it kind of depends on your own personal taste. But with that being said, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10 because you did get good value, but that's taking into consideration the resale market. But again, like I said, I don't know if you'll probably fetch $20 if you tried to sell that yourself. It would probably be a little lower than that, which would end up making this a little less than double, but not far from it. But again, obviously, if you're getting this box, you're looking for comics. And the t-shirt had a good design, but, you know, pretty much what to expect. And I'm still kind of mad at this company. But I think 6.5 is pretty fair. But anyway, I hope the Nerd Block people are watching, and I hope they do start a referral program because it just seems fair at this point. It just seems like something that all companies should do. If you're helping them advertise, you should kind of be getting a little something for it. I'm not asking for a ton of money or something, but just some recognition of some kind. Or at least be honest in the emails you send out. So, kind of bummed about that company a little bit, but like I said, I'm going to be canceling so many of these boxes. More than half of the ones that I have from Nerd Block are going to have to get canceled, which is a bummer. It just kind of seems like nobody wins in that situation. But anyway, this has been Comic Block, 6.5 on the box, 7.5 on the shirt. Let me know what you guys thought. Love you all. Peace.